Great. So let's turn to Dr. Sager. So Vlad's approach is collecting real-world data, then using machine learning, and you're also building a virtual brain and nervous systems that your characters can handle social interactions. Can you tell us about your tech?
Yeah, so there's probably a couple of components to our technology. So one is really the whole behavioural system, which I uncover in a bit, and then the other part is basically creating the digital human bodies that people use. And so for that, our approach is more kind of creating ready-made type models, and so we will have a lot of our customers want. Because we're creating, our sort of focus is really digital workforce. So these are professional roles and things like that. And so our customers will want to appeal to particular demographics. So you have a digital human that kind of fits that particular role. And so to that point, we've also been, scanning lots of people to build up sort of databases of different sort of, anthropological data in a way, and then combining them. But the other part of our company is really focused on driving, autonomous driving of the characters, and so that sort of applies to any animated character. And actually, at the moment, we've got a project where we're going to be connecting up our brain to a metahuman, so that will be really fun. So the thing is, there is what the real goal is: how do you bring life to technology? How do you, effectively, it's the essence of animation, how do you bring a character alive? And so, it doesn't have to be a human character, it could be a talking strawberry or something like that. And I think in the metaverse, when we get into there, we're going to have sort of professional applications where you want to appear realistic. Like if I'm a digital doctor, you don't want me looking like a dinosaur, right? But if I'm in a social thing, then it's like a fancy dress party, and you're going to want to have the most creative characters possible. And, the challenge, like Vlad's saying, is enormous there, because, probably one of the most inspiring things that I saw in that was Spore, the game Spore, where they had the character creator. You could make a whole lot of different things. It was very fun, but I imagine that, and it was sort of anybody could do it, like a kid could do it. And I imagine that we'll need that sort of level tooling, as we get more into the metaverse to allow complete creative freedom. Now, the other thing that we do is we do digital celebrities, and this ends up being a much more, you're trying to get a model of a real person, so then all the accuracy matters. And sometimes it's real people that exist now, like we did a will.i.am model, for example, but we're also doing some celebrities that we're de-aging them. So we're working on some projects at the moment. We're putting people back in their heyday, and that requires a lot of there's artwork involved in that, and so that's that require that's it's a lot of work. So we're looking at ways that we can automate a lot of these processes as we go on. On the behavioural side, there's a sliding scale of a fully autonomous character that's like Baby X. It just does its own stuff. And then you've got more of a controllable one. That might be a digital doctor or financier or something like that, where the company wants full control over their model. They don't want it doing something random. So those are more sort of like if you're doing a brand ambassador, for example, you're creating a curated experience. And so what we have in the model is almost like you can set the degree of autonomy that you actually want to have in the character. And so in terms of the technology, so we've got the Baby X side where we're really trying to model basically the essence of behavior, so building cognitive models, core emotional models, all these things coming together. And then we have something where, say it's more, corporate or customer focused thing, then it's like, okay, we can take existing technologies and allow them to plug in those things. So we're doing, for example, if we can plug in OpenAI or something like that into there, then we can have NLG driving the characters. But a lot of the customers will actually want to have much more just standard sort of NLP type stuff where it's a curated experience, because they don't want it to go off on some unexpected direction. So we try to cater across those areas. The thing that excites me the most, of course, is the fully autonomous work. And so that's, and now for that, but what they do share, all the models, is they kind of share the same technology, but they use different elements of it. So, for example, we have models. So the emotional system, which is autonomous, is constrained by how you might interact with it. If it's for a very professional application, then you don't want your doctor suddenly starting to cry. Right, so that's the thing is that then it's like, or a concierge, getting upset at somebody. But the key thing that we're really aiming for is empathy. We're trying to get a degree of empathetic connection. So that means that I have to acknowledge your emotion, in an interaction, because you want to be heard. And so I guess what we're trying to do in the interaction with digital humans is create models that kind of acknowledge the whole person, if you like. So when you interact with a character, you want information, you want them to help you, but you also want to be felt, I guess. It's like you want your emotions to be accounted for, and then to be responded to in an appropriate way. And then, of course, one of our big goals with the autonomous technology is really to create AI that you can collaborate with. And so the Baby X project, one of the key elements we're looking at there is the essence of cooperation. How do humans cooperate in different tasks? Because a lot of that is where, especially like face-to-face interactions are the most effective interactions that people have. And so, this is why we're using video calls instead of, this isn't a text message or a phone call type thing. It's actually much more effective because we can just get so much more information. So all of these factors are basically information. They're all valuable. They amplify, they control your attention, what matters. So there's a lot of things there. Like we use a lot, we try to take advantage of the whole visual medium, because if I have a face-to-face conversation with technology, I can show you things, I can express lots of things happen. And it's the opposite of like 2001, where you had HAL, where you've basically got a red light which is just watching us, lip reading people, but they don't even know about it. We've kind of got that sort of same technology with a lot of the home, the home, like the speakers, like the echoes and so forth, because they're sitting in your room listening to you, but you don't really know, and it's a one-way interaction. Whereas the face-to-face interaction, it's much more in the open. It's honest. Like if you had a digital human there, watching you, and you can tell it's listening, you might go into another room, or you might turn it off. And it's those types of things where we can see sort of, it's just respect for privacy, I think, which will matter more and more. Because ultimately, for us to use these technologies, we have to trust them.